Canada has become the most popular destination in the last few years. So I would say over the period of 5 years, more than 5 years. Now there are a variety of reasons why it's getting very, very popular. So the number one reason definitely is the immigration policies, the post MBA work permit. You get the maximum work permit in Canada, and later on definitely the PR flexibility for the skilled workforce, the lifestyle and the salary structures, the picturesque places in Canada. All these things, they made Canada a desired country for many people and many students as well. So that is the reason, if you see the data, the traffic has shifted from US and UK or the European schools to Canadian schools as well. So these are the primary reasons why students are more inclined towards Canada now. So hi everyone, my name is Rohit Jha and I have a corporate experience of around 12 years and through these videos I share my experiences on variety of global MBA, MIM, MS programs and lot on career guidance as well. So that's the reason you should subscribe to our channel and do press the bell icon button. So now in this video what I'm going to talk about is I'll give you a brief overview of the complete application process of the Canadian based schools. And apart from that, I'm also going to talk about the top 6 business schools of Canada which you should aim for. And I'll tell you the requirements and the required scores that you need for those schools. So let's talk about the application process first. So there is a very long application process if you are applying to a Canadian business school, though the process is long for most of the schools, but for Canadian schools also it's pretty much the same, but there is a slight difference in between. So it takes almost around 4 to 6 weeks by the time you submit the application to get the results. Now before that you would also require almost a month, I would say, to complete the application process. So the number one is in terms of eligibility or the entry requirements, you need to have a bachelor's degree. So 3 years or 4 years depending on the number of credits you have done, that you have to connect with the university. If you have a 4-year degree then nothing to worry, but if you have a 3-year degree then also in most of the cases you will be eligible, but you just need to check with the university about the recognition and the credits that you have done during your bachelor's program. So you just need to see the requirements. GPA requirements are also it's 3 on a scale of 4.3 in Canada, but again it depends on university, but for most of the business school this is the requirement. So this is about the bachelor's and the GPA requirements. Now post bachelor's you need to have a minimum of 2 years of work experience for almost all the Canadian business schools. Some schools I would say a pretty lower ranked, maybe they might not ask you for a work experience, but yes, all the good schools they will ask you for a work experience and minimum is 2 years. But if you see the average batch size, so the experience should be around like 4 to 5 years depending on school to school. So 4.5 you can say is the average experience for most of the Canadian schools. So this is about the work experience. Now then there is a GMAT or a GRE score which is required, which is mandatory for most of the schools. For top schools the average median I would say for GRE or GMAT is around 670 to 690. But for Indian candidates specifically you need a little bit of the higher score. And of course it depends on your profile as well. I can't say in general that if you have a score of 700 you will get selected. No, your profile matters a lot. So that's a separate part we'll talk about. So this is about the GMAT and GRE requirements. Now then you need to write couple of admission essays. So most of the schools they have 2 to 3 essays. Some schools they have more than that. So that's also one of the admission processes requirement. Now after that you need to have 2 letters of recommendations, and preferably for MBA programs it should be professional recommendations and mostly from your manager, maybe current manager or previous employer. So this is about the letter of recommendation. And apart from that you need to also clear the English language proficiency test. So not only for the university but for the visa also you need to clear any international English language test, could be IELTS, TOEFL or anything like that, any such exam. Now in IELTS if you are giving the exam, so then you need to score a band of 7 and 6.5 in each. So this is about the English language requirement. Now after you do these admission essays and LORs and you submit the form, then for the Canadian business school there is a very common practice of taking video essays as well. So they use a platform mostly for Kira, which is called Kira platform, and through that platform they are going to ask you 2 video questions and 1 written response, just like you do the AWA of GMAT. So in the two questions, there are pre-set questions. It's just like a video recording you have to do. So the platform will open up, they'll throw a question, they'll give you time for preparation, and you have to speak up. So this is just, they want to see how well you speak, what are your thoughts, it's the same person that who's writing all these things. It's just the first, I would say, interaction of yours with the admission committee. So do take this very, very seriously, this KIRA process, because this process combined with the essays and LORs will decide your call for the interview process. So when you do all these, because generally KIRA process is within a week after you submit the application. So when you submit this video essays as well, after that, most likely within 4 weeks, they are going to give you the interview invitation if you are shortlisted. And after that, if you give the interview and if you get selected, so within next maybe 1.5 or 2 weeks, you will get the results. So as I told you, the total process is for 4 to 6 weeks. So this is the complete and detailed application process for the Canadian business schools. More or less, it's same for all the schools. As I told you, some schools might not ask you for the KIRA interview, but the rest of the things remains the same. Now let's talk about some of the best business schools in Canada. Now these are the schools which I'm going to talk about, are not in the order of their ranking, but they all are pretty good schools. You should pick up a school, obviously depending on a variety of other reasons as well. It could be location, it could be your interest in a particular domain. You want to get into consulting, finance, marketing, so you would look at the school from that perspective. Or you're looking from a programs perspective, you only want to target 1-year programs, 16-month programs, or you want to do a traditional 2-year MBA program. So your choice of schools will depend on a lot of other factors. So that's the reason I'm telling you, I'm talking about these 6 schools. They all are good schools. So you can pick up any of the school. If you get an admit from any of these schools, you should definitely join this school. But choosing the school depends on your background and your future interest. So number 1, I said it's not in the order of ranking, but yes, it's the most popular, is the Rotman School. It's pretty expensive as well. The fees is over like 125k almost, but definitely the average salary also stands around 120k for Rotman graduates. And the advantage that Rotman has is the location. It's in Toronto, so that's a very good advantage for a B school. But it has a traditional MBA, it's a 2-year MBA program. So as I told you, it depends on your requirements, what you are targeting. Average GMAT definitely is around 680, but as I told you, for Indian students, and if you are applying maybe in round 2 or round 3, then definitely you need a high GMAT score apart from a strong profile. And if you're targeting the scholarships, then definitely, needless to say, you need a score of at least over 700, maybe 720 or 730 would be a good score to get a good scholarship. So this is about the Rotman School. Now next in line, a very good school is the McGill. So McGill is a very old school, and it's one of the best schools in Canada, and it has 2 options. So a 1-year MBA as well as 2-year MBA programs. So that's a pretty good options to have. You can pick up any option based on your requirements and the entry requirements of the program. In terms of fee structure also, it's almost close to 100k, and average salary is also somewhere around 105k. A GMAT score, again, it revolves around 660 to 670 for McGill, and if you have more, then definitely 690 is the desirable score to get into this school, and along with your profile evaluation as well. So this is about the McGill School. Now the next one I would say is Smith School, Queen's University. I think this is one of the best programs and one of the best 1-year programs, with almost average salary of close to 130k, and fees also less than that. I think it's around 100 or 95k for Smith, and the program is short in nature, 1 year, but it starts in January. Although other programs in Canada, most of them, they start in fall. So August, September is the time, but only Smith, and there's another school which I'll talk about, Smith starts in January. So you can plan your MBA accordingly if you're targeting Smith School. So next would be like Jan 22 for your MBA program. So this is about the Smith School, and the next in line is the Ivy program. Now Ivy School is also one of the best programs, and specifically it's very popular for consulting as well. Average salary definitely is close to 120k, and again it's a short program. Again, it's a 1-year MBA program. So these are the things you should definitely look into it. For example, you have worked for almost 6 to 7 years, you understand the basics of the business, so you really don't need to get into a 2-year MBA program. You can do a 1-year intensive course where it should be rigorous, it's more challenging, and it's more suitable for your requirements. So that's why I said this is a good option. Smith and Ivy, they both have the option of doing the MBA in 1 year. It's a 12-month intensive program. And Ivy program, it starts in March. So this is again a consideration that you should be keeping in the mind. So when I say March, it's March 22 could be the next target. So Ivy and Smith, these are the two schools which are slightly, I would say, different from the regular programs in terms of the intake months. So this is again a very good program. Next is definitely UBC Sauder. It's a short program. Somewhere is 16 months. It's in University of British Columbia, one of the best universities in Canada. And again, I would say the average GMAT is also around 660. Fees and average salary both ranges around 110K. So again, you can see all these schools, they fall almost in the same range. That's why I told you, you can pick up any of these schools. All of them are pretty good. Again, just see what's your goal and which school will be the best fit. That's what you just need to see. Otherwise, you can pick up any one of these schools. Now, last one in the list is the Schulich School, the York University, definitely one of the best universities in Canada. And Schulich again offers the program in 16 to 20 months format. So again, you can finish the program as quickly as in 16 months, including the internship and exchange. So those are the options that you can do it. Again, the program is also slightly on the expensive side, with the fee ranges from over 110K, and average salary is also more or less around under 100K, but it's pretty close to that. Again, this also has a location advantage. So Schulich is also a very good option in Canada. So again, all these schools are technically you can say the top 5 or 6 schools in Canada. Apart from that, definitely there are other good options in Canada as well, where you might be a good fit. But if you are only looking for top schools, you have that desired profile, then these are the schools you should look for and target accordingly. I haven't given too much details about the school, but because it's not possible to give everything, you can check our blogs for that. We have respective individual blogs for all the schools. And if you want more detail, definitely you can connect with us. So for this video, that's it from my side. So the process, the why Canada, and definitely these are the top schools in Canada. So thank you so much. Please like, share and comment, give your feedback. And in the meantime, take care and bye-bye.